Hey everybody, this is Teapot Tanuki playing some Pokemon Legends Arceus, just casual. Not doing anything specific. We're gonna do a little bit of shiny hunting. It's been a while since I'm kinda... it's taken me a little bit of time to get used to the controls again. Also wanted to talk about predict the Pokemon Presents presentation that's happening next week. At the time of recording, it's gonna be what's it gonna be? It's gonna be Tuesday. I'm recording this on the Wednesday night. And yeah, so we don't know what's going to be in the presentation. I want to talk about basically a combination of what I think is going to be in the presentation and what I'm pretty certain won't be in the presentation. But why are they aggressive? In particular, holy moly! Was that a shiny? You saw that, right? That was shiny. That completely threw me off. Oh god, what was I talking about? Anyway, so yeah, I want to talk about what I think's gonna happen, what isn't gonna happen, and just generically go through it. So, there have been a lot of rumors regarding the Nintendo Direct that's supposed to have been happening this month. So basically, the biggest rumor I've seen boils down to the idea of if we don't get a Direct this month in February, we'll get it in March. And if we get it in March, it's going to contain the preview for the next Nintendo system. Oh, I didn't know that happened. Given that one half of that rumor comes true, it seems like we might be getting our first look at the new console, which, okay. It was going to happen eventually, like, there's just no way it wasn't. A new horde. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Crap. This is how most of my horde battles seem to go. But now I'm kind of like, did I get a shiny from that, or did I imagine that? Let's head back, because I want to see... I want to see if I got the shiny or not. Because that's hilarious if I did. I might have to get it and evolve it if I did. Ah, Christ, what was I saying? So there's 3 rumors on what we're going to see next. The first one is that it was shiny. The rumor was that it was shiny. Okay, that's going in the team. So the first rumor is that we're gonna get Pokemon Generation 10. I personally do not see that being the case, just because we have only just finished Gen 9. Like Gen 9, if you're only counting by the base game of each generation, Gen 9's done. It finished. I can see them maybe introducing one more mythical just to keep things going a little bit longer, squeeze as much money out of Switch as possible. But I think Gen 10 is going to end up being on the next console. So I don't think that's going to happen. One thing I would like to see, and this is the one a lot of people seem to be hoping for, is that we might get a new Legends game. But a lot of people are also thinking we might get a Johto or a Unova remake, so remakes of Gold and Silver or Black and White 2. Both ideas have some credence to them because we did just get Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and we also got Legends Arceus. So we just had Gen 4 remakes. When Pokemon Diamond and Pearl first released, we got I believe the order was Platinum, and then we ended up getting Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So there is I won't say it's a pattern because we did get Scarlet and Violet, but there does seem to have been something there. I do wonder if Kitakami having so many Johto Pokemon and Blueberry Academy having so many Unova Pokemon in it, I do wonder if maybe they're like, yeah, we've given you your fix. Stop moaning. Let's have a look at you. I haven't really looked properly. I had a Petalil back in black and white. Never really did anything with it. I mean, I turned it into a. I did get a Lilligant, and it was absolutely my favorite grass type. I haven't really touched Petalil since though. So yeah, the main rumor seems to be that we will get a Gen 2 or a Gen 5 remake. I think we're still a little ways out from a remake. See, here's how I would do it if I was the Pokemon Company. I would put out a Let's Go game, maybe for Johto, which is another rumor that we're supposedly getting another remake, or we're getting a Let's Go Johto style game. That's what I do. I would put out a Let's Go Johto as a sort of as a way to keep the fans interested. I wouldn't mind if they actually just skipped this year, like we just didn't get a new Pokemon game. There's nothing. I'd rather they took the time to just improve Scarlet and Violet some more because the games are good, but they run absolutely horrible. But I'm not sure that's something they can just patch in. Seems very unlikely. I've just gone in a big circle. I was gonna make this. I will talk until I find a shiny, but that ended up not being the case because I found a goddamn shiny. I came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. This game makes shiny hunting so much easier because that's one thing I would like to see them do in a new generation Pokemon. Is I would very much like to see them bring back the little sound effect that plays when a shiny appears. Because right now it's just a pain in the butt. Having to constantly do this. What else? I don't think we're gonna get Gen 2 anytime soon. I think if they're gonna do anything, they'll remake Black and White. And that'll be The big question in my mind is, would they remake Black and White 2 separately and release them as 2 standalone sets of games, or would they release both as like a combo package or something like that? Someone suggested to me recently we might get Black and White, but with the Black and White 2 post game stuff as like post game content, so like the areas from Black and White 2, like the extra gyms and stuff. I can see that happening, but I also think how would they explain that sort of thing? Because they usually like to do something that's at least a little in keeping with the game's lore. Giant Onyx right there, or just Onyx. See, my big disappointment with Pokemon, at least since it came to the Switch, is this should have been... Pokemon Legends Arceus should have been the game that we got that we wanted. This should have been the game. I don't... it makes me laugh as well how divisive this game became, because it was like... A lot of people really just wanted a new good Pokemon game, but then they brought out Sun Shield and they're like, it's too safe. Then they brought this out and it's like, oh, it's too far from other Pokemon games. It's like, you can't please some people. Where was I going with this? So, I might have to edit this. I'm doing really badly talking about what I'm trying to say. I do think they're gonna remake Gold and Silver, and I think they are gonna remake all the Pokemon games eventually, but I think it's just gonna be a case of waiting for it to happen. I would be more than happy. The actual presentation though, I think we can all predict what's going to happen. It's going to start off, it's going to be the usual tribe, it's going to be, Pokemon Go is celebrating yet another anniversary, and you'll be able to battle Koraidon in raids, or something. And then it's going to be, oh, Pokemon Unite is also celebrating an anniversary, and you're going to get to be able to try out this new Pokemon. Yada yada yada. So all the tribes that no one... Like, I'm sure people care about Pokemon Unite. Like, there are people who play that game, clearly. Because they're still supporting it, so clearly it's making them money. I just can't bring myself to give a crap. I just don't support those sorts of business practices where there's nickel and diming you every potential opportunity. I played Pokemon Go, but I only played it to get Meltan, and that was it. And it didn't cost me anything, so it was like, you didn't get any money out of me. Maybe I shouldn't give them ideas. The only thing like I said, I think they are going to do a Gen 2 remake, because eventually they're going to be like, we have, you know, the Gold and Silver, which were considered some of the best games. Like, Gold and Silver were considered the best Pokemon games for a long time. And Gold and Soul Silver are probably the best remakes of a generation. A lot of people even consider them to be better than Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which were Gen 3 remakes. Mainly because Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire changed a lot about the story, and they included Mega Evolution. So it was a bit weird. I'm also keeping my ears open, because I'm like, if I can get a second shiny in this video, this will be hilarious. I don't think I will. That would just be funny as heck, though. Wait, why can't I fly over that little bit of land? This game's so picky with the invisible... Also, why is it when I come to a piece of land that I can't fly over, you blind me? That makes no sense. Anyway. Gen 5 remake, I'm curious as to what they would do. I would very much love to see a Pokemon Legends game for Gen 5. Maybe instead of doing a game set in the ancient past, maybe we'll get a game that's set in like the distant future instead. Because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet really touch upon the idea of what a Pokemon going to be like in the future, and then Arceus is like these are Pokemon from the past, and it's just a cool idea, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Like, I think the Paradox Pokemon not having an explanation is one of the biggest crimes of Scarlet and Violet's story. That and the fact that what's the Pokemon's name? The turtle Pokemon? Terrapagos? How do you pronounce it? That had nothing to do with the story. The game was just like, oh yeah, this Pokemon kind of just appears and it causes terrestrialization, and that's it. That was the whole explanation. Like cool. At least, like, you can say whatever you like about Sun Shield, like, they're not great games. I think they're fine. I think they're just average. But because they were the Switch's first proper Pokemon games, everyone was like, oh yeah, we're expecting the moon on a stick here. Which I don't think the devs ever intended to do, or at least they thought they could and overpromised maybe. Why do you do that? That's really annoying. I would like to see them just delve into more history of the different regions, because this game was Pokemon Legends Arceus is absolutely fantastic and a real blast. Just getting to see all the different stuff. I just thought they don't do the thing they did this time and shoehorn Porygon into it, because Porygon appears but only in like time what they call paradox, not paradox, it's time space continuum thingies, which is fine. It just strikes me as it's just weird. Clearly they were just like, oh, we need to put Porygon in because everyone loves Porygon. Where are the unknown? Do I have to wait till nightfall? Is that the idea? Do you remember when, in Diamond and Pearl when the Celestian ruins, these things? Do you remember when they were like a multi-floored dungeon you had to get through? Do you remember when, dungeons were kind of interesting? Oh dear. One thing I really want to see though, if they're assuming we get a Gen 5 game at all, is I want to see, I kind of want to, if they're doing another Legends game, I want it to be like Pokemon Legends Celebi or Pokemon Legends Genesect. Genesect is like the most fascinating Pokemon in Gen 5 aside from Kyurem and Victini. So I kind of want to see that take center stage and just show us its power. Because, like, it's already said to have been a brutal, malicious hunter. Why don't we get to see that? It'll be funny as hell as well if Genesect turns out to have always had like the cannon on its back. Because some of the Pokedex entries are written as if it always had the cannon and then Team Plasma just upgraded it. Ooh, he's dancing. Cool. Seed of Mastery. I don't know. I just... Like I say, I do want to see more Genesect, just because I think Genesect... Arguably, the Swords of Justice could be really cool as well, depending on how they're handled. Possibly, you know, Pokemon Legends, Regigigas, or there's several Pokemon that could make for a good Legends game. I mean, heck, what about Keldeo? We don't really know what happened to its backstory. I made a bad decision playing this at the same time as talking. Because that shiny Petilil right at the start has completely thrown me off. I wasn't expecting it. You don't expect it, and then suddenly there's a shiny in front of you, and like, oh my god, I've got to catch it. Yeah. The funny thing though, I feel like Legends is kind of a special game because there's no other region with this many legendaries. Even if you were to say Scarlet and Violet, most of the legendaries from that game aren't even original to the region. Like, Koraidon and Miraidon are from the distant future and past, so they don't count as local. They're not local species, otherwise they won't be Paradox Pokemon. Then you've got the four Treasures of Ruin, and those guys are, you know, they're imported from a presumably Chinese-based region. I mean, heck, you've got Pokemon from other regions. You've got Tornadus, Landorus, and Thundurus appearing as kind of surprise legendaries. It'd also be kind of cool if the next Pokemon Legends game actually introduced like a completely brand new Pokemon that we've never seen before. Like the Landorus quartet should have a leader of sorts. Technically, Landorus is an internal leader for them, but it doesn't. It kind of seems like there should be a fifth Pokemon representing a dragon because of the mythology. Assuming that isn't Kyurem, of course. Because for all we know, that could be exactly what we've been looking for. I think I'm waffling at this point. So I'm just going to summarize what I think is going to happen in a few more sentences. We're not going to get the next generation of games. I was up a tree on a bear then. We're not going to get the next generation of Pokemon. That's going to be the next console. If we're getting a Let's Go game, then it is just going to be Let's Go like Pichu and Marill or something like that. And it's just going to be a game meant to tide us over until they get the next proper games out. if they do black and white, then I am kind of hoping they take the Legends route and really go all out with it. Like I said, Pokemon Legends Keldeo, Pokemon Legends Kyurem, Pokemon Legends Genesect, any of those three would be very, very happy. Those are the main three routes I think we're all going to be expecting on Tuesday, but I could also see them doing somewhat completely unrelated. Like this, like I said, this could be the year we don't get a new Pokemon release, because they have just, you know, they've just finished Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and the DLC. Legends Arceus is officially over 2 years old now, so that wasn't long out. The one thing I will say is that if they decide to do another Legends game, can they give it room to breathe, please? Because Pokemon Legends Arceus released at the start of the year, and the Scarlet and Violet were out that September, or whenever it was, and I feel like that really hurts Legends Arceus still. Because why would you buy this? You know, this is a mainline game, but a lot of people think of it as a spin-off. Why would you buy the spin-off if you got some mainline games coming? It don't make sense, does it? Just end the video off. I'm gonna evolve. I'm gonna see if I can evolve this Petal. I do that a lot as well. I crouch when I don't intend to. Do I have a Sunstone? No, I have a Waterstone, bizarrely. Nope. Do I have a Sunstone? I have a Leaf Stone. Right, yeah, I forgot. I gotta remove some crap. I want to say it's a Sunstone that evolves Petal, but I could be wrong. Incompatible. I'll have to get a Sunstone at some point then. Okay. I'll come back to this another day. But, yeah, what are your thoughts on Pokemon and the future thereof? Do you think we're gonna get a Gen 5 re-release? Do you think we're gonna get a Gen 2 Let's Go game? Or do you think we're gonna head straight into Gen 10? Because to be fair, I can see them 100% heading into Gen 10. I can also see them revealing like one last mythical for Scarlet and Violet. I think I said that earlier. Just a completely random ass mythical that has nothing to do with the DLC and nothing to do with the main game. But I've been wrong before. I'm willing to bet I'm wrong on this occasion too. But let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this discussion, prediction video, please let me know. And I will endeavour to do better with them in the future. Until then, stay safe and bye-bye.